Good evening. That's terrible. I forgot to mute the mics, didn't I? And you've been listening to me warming up my shakuhachi. It's a good job I wasn't saying bad things about you. As if I ever would. I've been reading your chat and it's great. It's like a village hall gig where everybody turns up early and bags the best seats. I love that. And who's at the bar tonight? In fact, I think Kevin kicking off the night with a green tea. It's very apt because tonight we're relaxing, we're breathing deep and clearing our minds. Soothing Sunday. It's a therapy session. And this truly is a relaxing instrument. Except on the days when it's fighting back, but it's not fighting back tonight. So, thank you, Peter. Appreciated, much appreciated. Some people really don't like to see their names emblazoned across the screen. So, the thing to do is get your donation in before the show starts or after it finishes, or offline. There's so many ways to contribute. You can send us bags of green tea, anything. So I thought, love to play you a tune on the shakuhachi before we get anything metal out. This is a piece written by one of my teachers. I'm really lucky to have fantastic teachers over in Tokyo. And Mr. Shozan Tanobe he's the number one. And this piece, he never actually spoke the name of it. So I'm going to have a go. Nyorai Shitsune is what I think it's called. But lovely piece. And I will attempt to do it some justice. Nyorai Shitsune. Yeah. Shozan Tanobe-san. He's a great guy. What a fantastic player he is. And great writer too. So maybe whip the shack out again later on. I have a list that sometimes I stick to and sometimes it goes out the window in time-honoured fashion. The old set list. Coolio's in, Chris Holmes is in, and Joe Old, Kevin Lee, and Sue and David are here. Ian Simpson, the Bealby Bard. Welcome all. Fantastic. Joe, I got your package. I'll open it tomorrow. Package of saxophone licks. Yeah. Too busy today, putting the show together. And we all have our trials and tribulations, don't we? But we woke up yesterday morning to a half inch is probably exaggeration, but standing water in one of the downstairs rooms. And I am absolutely rubbish at any kind of household maintenance. So we phoned Mr. Lettuce, Super Steve from down the road. He sorted us out like the angel that he is. But those kind of things put you off your stride, don't you? You just want to get down the shack and practice your shack. It wasn't to be. Carol H., I don't know if you're listening in tonight, but I hear that you're also growing broccoli and thinking of trying the snaky breakfast recipe. Sorry, Brenda. I hope you do. Let me know. Well, I'm excited tonight. Duncan, the Sax Mad Dentist, who you hear about often but seldom see. He's always there. He's a non-chatter, like most of you are non-chatters, and I love you just as much. Judy and David and Phil and Kath and Val, all you folks. Chatting is not obligatory. Anyway, Duncan, he's come up with some great requests, but I think this is most inspired. And like many of us of our age group, I guess, he was really, really inspired and blown away by a fantastic British saxophonist, Barbara Thompson. She is a true pioneering, innovating giant of the British jazz rock scene, especially through the 70s and 80s into the 90s, and just doing crazy, fantastic, groundbreaking stuff. And so he requested one of her tunes, which is, you remember the band Paraphernalia? I know a lot of you will remember all that stuff. And it's a fantastic tune called Stairways, which he heard in 1979, I think. And yes, and he was immediately switched on to the sound of the tenor sax. And those moments, that moment changed his life, literally changed his life. And, many of us have had those moments. And no disrespect to Baker Street, but I think Stairways that's a more inspirational awakening and a more original and one-off. And so he plays the tenor sax to this very day and plays it very, very well too. And he wrote a few words which I'm going to read because they're better than I could have come up with. And he calls Stairways a real lost classic standard, perfect for tenor sax and written by somebody who knows and understands what that instrument is capable of. And Barbara's one of the last of the UK's very individual sounding artists that never became a clone of some of the big American names of the 70s. Never did cliched playing, managed to combine elements of jazz and prog rock. And John Heisman was her husband, and in the band too, and you'll remember him from Colosseum also. And I did a couple of sessions for Colosseum round at their house and just got to know them just a little bit, which was really exciting. And I have a lasting memory of watching a solar eclipse in a bucket of water in Barbara and John's back garden. It's a great memory because, you can't look at it, can you, without some fancy glasses, but you can watch it reflected in a bucket of water. Have you done that? I know you have. Yeah. Anybody who kicks off the night with a green tea has also watched a solar eclipse in a bucket of water. So, a world premiere. I just hope it goes okay. If it doesn't go okay, we'll try it again another time. But me and Simon Goulding, who you've met probably in real life, but certainly through watching the streams, bass player in more than one of the Snaky lineups, we put together this arrangement of the tune. And so tenor sax, of course, the aforementioned. So we'll give it a bash and try and do it justice. Assuming I can summon the boy. Can I summon the boy? Right, got my music. I need a Simon. Are you there, mate? Oh, fantastic. Oh, man. Fantastic. Thank you, Simon. And thank you, Barbara Thompson. What a beautiful piece. And thank you, Duncan, for the suggestion. And Duncan actually organised getting hold of the original scores too. And I'd like to show them to you. They're on my screen here. And by the wonders of the technology that Joe has taught me, I'm able to show you the score. You can see Barbara's signature up there. And I especially love these great big blobs of ink there. All my parts used to look like that. Back in the day, we use a program called Sibelius now, which produces sort of perfect looking scores, but this one has so much character, I'm sure you'll agree. Absolutely fantastic. And I can see also that it had a previous title which has been crossed out, and then Stairways is written underneath. But it's really quite ferociously crossed out, so I don't know what. I think the second word is soul. Anyway, it's flipping brilliant. Love that. What a player that Simon Goulding is. Getting all excited. What's been happening? We'll get Simon back later as well. In audio, if not visual form. I'm going to swap to the little baby sax. It requires a different sling, this thing. It's a strap or a sling. And I lose those every day as well. The other thing I lose every single day is those little caps that go on the end of the mouthpiece. I keep meaning to paint them white so I would be able to find them better. But, you know, as soon as you start a sentence with keep meaning, you just know you're never going to do it, don't you? There's the cute little curved soprano sax. All made by Yanagasawa. So great to have lovely instruments. Although it's no good having lovely instruments if you don't practice them. That's what happens when you get water leaks. You don't practice enough and you get frustrated. I'm not frustrated now because it's the chilled out Sunday. And today was a dry floor day. The flow is stopped and the plumber is coming at 8:30 on Monday morning. Yay! Oh, Simon's chirped up. He said he was chatting with a good mate before in Mannheim who played bass for years with Barbara and John. And told him that we were going to play Stairways. So hopefully he tuned in too. Request for Fuji sighting. Yeah, I'll put that on the list, and we'll try and do it next Sunday. It's a great Sunday one as well. It's another piece for the Shakuhachi. Oh no, you're talking about technical things, about bass guitars. Ooh, that'll send everybody to sleep. Ah, yeah. Good. You're talking sense. So, with a bit of luck, got my lyrics ready, but I'm not going to sing. But I like having the... But when I play a melody that did originally have lyrics, like what this one did, even though I'm going to play it on the sax, I sometimes like to have the words in front of me. It helps. Just helps bring out the melody. So, Simon's falling asleep, talking about technical things to do with how many strings you've got on your bass guitar. Listen, mate, you've got too many on yours, and that's the end of the story. I won't hear another word on the subject, or will I? I'm just going to stop looking if you're going to talk about makes of bass guitar and things. Mind you, I did mention that my saxophones were made by Yanagasawa, but that's different. Is it different? I don't know. So I'm hoping we're going to go from Lancashire up to Newcastle. I'm hoping that Mr. Stuart Collingwood is waiting in the wings patiently. I'm good, mate. You? Absolutely wonderful, Mr. Stuart Collingwood. Oh, fantastic. Oh, thanks, Stuart. Oh, how lucky all of us are to know each other. How lucky I am to know these amazing musicians. Ah, dear. And my camera decided to turn itself off halfway through that. Perhaps it was a comment on how I'm looking and the fact I haven't shaved. I don't know. Anyway, it's not really that important that you see me. Hearing is more critical. So even if you lose sight of me, I'll still be blathering. It'd be like the radio instead of the telly. Ah, thank you, Stuart. I love that tune. So great. The words are so bonkers as well. I came up with a new, well, I realised, we were talking the other day about the terminology for different members of the animal kingdom. And you lot chipped in as well with a few additions. Yeah, the song that the Hammond was made for. Brenda was skipping the light fandango. I love it that people apologise when they're late. That's great. But don't let it happen again without a doctor's note. Anyway. And I was telling you guys that I've got a pond just over there behind the naughty camera. Well, it's behind the glass as well. And we have frogs and newts half the year when they're not sleeping. And I talk to them. I talk to them a lot. I'm usually up here on my own, you see. And when my lip starts to hurt or my diaphragm's aching or I need a breather, I go and talk to the animals like Doctor do. And frogs are always mate for some reason. And the newts are always darling. And then I realised that I do another one. It's not things that I decide to do. It's just I find myself doing. And the other one was insects. Like there's a fly that I'm gently escorting out of the studio in a little glass. Or a spider that Sally's asked me to humanely remove from the house. They're always fella. Come on, little fella. You'll be fine. Just going to find a nice little corner for you out here. But there's a new one today. And I sort of do it and then I laugh at myself. I think, why are you calling that? And it was a poor moth that had landed in the water butt. But it's still alive. So I rescued it ever so gently and put it the right way up on the chamomile, which surrounds the pond. And I said to it, now you take your time, honey, and get your strength back. And then I thought, I'm calling a moth honey. I mean, I don't know about you, but I find it absolutely impossible to ascertain the gender of any of these animals. So all moths are honey from now on. All frogs are mate. All newts are darling, and all things with more legs that have. No, spiders don't have wings, but insects. A little fella, or big fella for some of those spiders. Oh. What am I going to play now? Oh, I'm going to play the Shakuhachi again. Yeah. And as I was, how spiders cannot survive outside. Really? How do you know what's a house spider and what is coming in from the outside? Oh, that's going to spark a whole debate. So if they can't survive outside, then I'm going to have to do a deal with Sally that there's a part of the house that they're allowed to stay in. Oh, I can bring them all down to the studio. Yeah. Yeah, Stuart Collingwood, you're mentioning charts there. It's a little venue down on the quayside in Newcastle. quite near the iconic bridges opposite the Sage. And Stuart does a Sunday gig there, playing his keyboards and singing too. And as soon as that gets going again, then you all must go. Maybe I'll go and guest sometime. Right, they're different to it. Right, I'll let you sort out the spider thing, but I can already sense some post-gig research coming on. You got me worried now as well. I've inadvertently killed spiders. Right, research to be done. So the Shakuhachi, simple bamboo instrument, 4 holes on the front, 1 on the back. Ancient as the pyramids. Ancient as something very ancient. And I love it for its simplicity and its woodiness and its sound. It's terribly difficult to play, but on a good day when you're getting the notes singing, it's beautiful. So this is a piece which you'll all know. Oh, the camera's gone again. I can switch to... Can I? Yes. Yes. Right, I'm on my laptop webcam now. Well, who cares? You don't need to see me, do you? Right, I'll just... Actually, the angle's not bad. The angle's not bad there. There I am. Our camera costs loads of money as well. I must be doing something wrong with it. Maybe somebody... You lot know so much stuff about spiders and that. I bet there's somebody out there who knows about cameras as well. Where's Ernie Wood when you need him? Probably on a Zoom dinner party. So, yeah. Ever so difficult, but on a good day when it's kind of singing, it's the most beautiful thing ever, and it's so simple and I don't know. So Simon has a tune on his triple album, a piece that you'll know. It's Bésame mucho, kiss me lots and lots. That translates. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong camera. Kiss me lots and lots and lots. Bésame mucho. And I played on that track on his triple album, what is called Recuerdos, Memories, and available from simongoulding.com and all good stores. Probably mainly from simongoulding.com and from gigs when we all get gigging again. So he suggested that I play a bit of this on it and a bit of sax on it, which is what I did. So we'll give that a bash. Now what's happened? Everything's gone. Oh dear. Oh dear me. Pressing all kinds of things. Bésame mucho. Yes. Yeah, that Simon Goulding's a monster. In a good way. A musical monster. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Simon. A double dose of Simon Goulding. That's about at least 10 strings there. Yeah, Kiss Me a Lot. Doesn't have the same ring to it. Bésame mucho. It's a lot better. Might be that you're inadvertently passing your hand across, just cutting off the live view. Has a viewfinder, but that's round the other side. And Joe said, "Is it hot?" And I'm just feeling it. Not really. No, not really. Very naughty camera. I want my money back. And it's plugged in. Anyway, let's not worry about that. We'll worry about that when you're off partying, when we've said goodbye. While I've got the curved soprano around my neck again, I thought I'd play Albinoni, Albino. How do you say his name? Italian bloke. Is Adagio in G minor. Albinoni. That's it, isn't it? I forgot it last time. Weeks ago I played this piece. And I had to put out a request to be advised of the composer. Now I've remembered it, but I can't say it. Anyway, it's a lovely tune. Also, I think I was playing it a bit wrong, so I had to listen to some orchestra playing it today. I hadn't played it for 10 years or so until I started doing the streamy shows. I thought, oh, that's a lovely tune. And I never wrote it down in the first place. So it's like a kind of Chinese whispers. It's like going back to the old days when nobody wrote anything down. So, tunes would change as they went from one village to another. Well, that's what I'd like to claim as an excuse for realizing that I'd taken old Albinoni's melody and changed it a little bit without realizing. Would he have minded? I don't know. We'll never know, will we? Anyway, let's see what I do with the melody tonight. Ah, well, I hope he's not turning in his grave, the old boy. You've got to take liberties, haven't you? Music is it's meant to be adapted and interpreted. That's my excuse. I think I'm done with this now. Cheers. Wellness is a massive industry now, isn't it? Especially at the moment. And it's really changed a lot, hasn't it? Well, I don't know, maybe it started back in the hippie times of the 60s, so perhaps it's not recent, but there's definitely been an upsurge. Oh, there's another request. When we played in Scarborough many moons ago with Jim Diamond, we played Eleanor Rigby and I Still Love You. Either would be brilliant. Okay, I think I can manage Eleanor Rigby with strings. I went back to my string project, Snake Strings, a week or so ago, to the master tapes, and I think I found an Eleanor Rigby which I could borrow and play with. So that'd be good. On the list it goes. Good old Jim. We were talking about him last night, Jim Diamond. Good. Albinoni. See, when you see it written down, it's a very simple name to say, isn't it, Albinoni? And Pauline says he wouldn't mind, and she should know. Apparently it was written by his biographer in the 20th century. So he didn't write it anyway. So he wouldn't give a monkey's then, would he? Anyway, we digress. Wellness. It's definitely, it's on the up, isn't it? It's progressed. Things have changed. You can, doctors are actually encouraging us to do alternative things like yoga and even things that make you fit, like dancing, or apparently things that make you happy and distract you, like bingo. You could be prescribed bingo. So I want to be available on prescription. And Pauline wrote a really beautiful haiku, and so did Mike, inspired by the snaky haiku theme. And they both were on the generally saying, I haven't got them here, but they were generally saying that a good dose of snakiness soothes the soul, especially on a Sunday. So why can't I be on prescription? Sorry, talking rubbish again. Well, I had a major first last night. I was booked to play at a Zoom gig. Played to about 50 people on the screen there at their Zoom birthday party. And that was a first, and it sort of came back accidentally. I hadn't put my name on a Zoom musician agency or anything. But maybe it could be a new income stream. And, we need it, us musicians. We need a new income stream, or 2 or 3. But it wasn't like getting booked for a regular party, because what I normally would have done, like any musician, I would have gone in and said, where's the food and what time's the buffet? But you can't reach for food through your screen. But it went all right. I was a little bit terrified about the technology, but it was fine. Hey, look, I've kept you a long time. I've got one more piece which I've been really wanting to play for a few weeks. And, well, I'm not going to say any more than that. It is the final track from my new CD, which you can't see because it's a dodgy camera now, which a lot of you have got anyway. It's called Time Stands Still, and it's like a Sunday night CD. It's all relaxing and mellow and gorgeous, and Ernie Wood does loads of beautiful co-writing and keyboards, and the other co-writer is a fella from Los Angeles who I tour with in Japan a lot, ironically. He's called Guy Allison. He was a Doobie Brother for about 30 years, I think. A great musician. So we did this one together. called In Memory. And I'd like to finish off with that this evening. You can ask your doctor if you can be prescribed a dose of snake. Maybe I'm amazed. Yeah, you love hearing that. I love playing it, so that's a deal. Yeah. Oh, Chris is listening again. Yeah, it was. It was a fantastic evening. Amazing. All went great. And what lovely friends and family you've got. Caruso. Okay. I'll have to look that one up. I think I've heard it, but I don't know it. So, yeah, I would. I'd save the NHS millions in prescription, wouldn't I, if you could get snaky on. Yeah. Okay. So, In Memory. I need the tenor sax for this one. And we'll have this and then say our goodbyes. Caruso. This is one of those. I don't know. You should decide. I shouldn't tell you what it's like. But it's just a melody that came to me and just sort of recorded it in its entirety and gave it to Guy and said, "Come on, make it sound good," and he did. And so I've got his bits in iTunes, and my bit starts on an E. And this is another world premiere. What a night for world premieres it's been. I'll see you before I go. in memory. Guy Allison, what a guy. Great musician, great writer, fantastic keyboard player. So, guys, well, thank you so much for being with me yet again. You're saying lovely things too. And you people who are not chatting as well, you're just as valued, honestly. It's been a pleasure to spend an evening with you. Back next Friday, 7 o'clock. Saturday, 7 o'clock. Sunday, 7 o'clock. And a workshop for the saxophone players on Sunday morning. Massive thank you to Mr. Simon Goulding for his wonderful musicianship, and to Mr. Stuart Collingwood, and of course to the brains, the technical know-how of Mr. Joe Davis Hare, and the wonderfulness and the administration and management of Sally. So you guys take care. Have a lovely week. Be good to each other. Yeah, you're all still happy. Yeah, chilled. Stay chilled. Have an early night. Take tomorrow off. And take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other. I'll see you soon.